Hi, I'm Jessica Lahr, and welcome to another edition of FLX Weekly here on Wednesday, July 26th, 2017. We are live inside the FingerLakes1.com studio, and joining me is Jim Sinicropi and Josh Durso. It's the last Wednesday of July, which is hard to believe.
July is shot.
Pretty depressing, honestly.
We say that at the end of every month, though. The last show of every month, we're like, man, it's hard to believe it's the end of May.
I know.
It's hard to believe June's already over.
It's true.
So
life flies by.
Be Christmas before you know it.
Just pump the brakes, Jim. Pump the brakes.
There's a lot of summer left still. Most of summer, actually. Like
it's just been a rainy one.
If you're a high school student, you just got out of school 3 weeks ago. Well, 4 or 5, Time to get back to school almost.
Yeah.
Another 4 weeks, 5 weeks. But I think it's because the summer's kind of felt crappy because of all the rain.
Right. So much rain.
It's nice today, but...
It's beautiful today. I'll take it.
It's been devastating to some folks around the region, Josh, as you know.
Oh, yeah. Ontario County got absolutely hammered.
Canandaigua, they were driving kayaks through the streets on Monday. Was it Monday or Sunday?
Sunday night. The same night as the Sam Hunt concert, which a ton of people around the area were going to. Obviously, a sold-out show.
Yeah.
The parking lot at CMAC, the area around CMAC, the roads leading into CMAC were all really badly flooded. It was probably next to Moravia. Some of the pictures we saw out of Moravia earlier in the summer, obviously, were worse. But this was probably, I would put it at second rank to two of the most impressive flooding scenes I've ever seen.
So our friend Rachel Burkholder sent us an interesting photo, a pair of photos taken on the same day 1 year apart at Taganic Falls, and here they are. The one on the right of your screen was like July 17th of 2016, and the one on the left is July 17th of 2017.
That's wild.
And what a difference a year makes, huh?
Well, we were basically at the other extreme. We had a drought kind of here in the Finger Lakes last summer up until mid-August or something like that.
Yeah, we were in the throes of what had been from like late May through mid to late August before it finally started to break a little bit.
Yes.
But if those photos don't show the difference, it's
look at that water.
It's impressive.
It is impressive.
Yeah, so
wow.
We got a good forecast though coming up.
We do.
Actually, for the most part.
Good. Because I haven't paid any attention, so fill us in. I'm hopeful.
Well, nice today on Wednesday, and then tomorrow we're probably going to get another one of those days of rain, 70% chance, and it's same situation where some storms are going to pack higher punches than others, so some places will get missed, some will get hit.
Yep.
But then Friday, things really take a turn for the good. Just a 20% chance of a shower after 1 o'clock, mostly cloudy, high near 72, so it's going to be cool. Saturday, high near 76, partly sunny.
Yes.
Sunday gets back up to 80, mostly sunny. And also Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night, temperatures will struggle to reach 60, the overnight lows.
Yeah.
So it'll be great sleeping weather. And then looking ahead to next week, Monday and Tuesday both look like they're mostly sunny with highs in the low 80s. So I think, and the forecast is always changeable, but we get through Thursday, we got a nice stretch for the first time since, we had like 5 days in June that it didn't rain. But looks like we're coming up on one here. So check the latest forecast and radar at the FingerLakes1.com Weather Center on the desktop or on the app.
Well, we were going to go to Seabreeze, take the kids to Seabreeze this past Sunday. And Chad said, it's looking a little dark out there. I'm like, it's just overcast. It'll be fine. Let's check the radar. It's a good thing we didn't go, because then when we saw those pictures in Canandaigua, we were shocked.
Yeah.
So I told him he was right.
I had seen some of the reports from the spotters out in Ontario County, and different locations had gotten like 4 inches of rain in about an hour and 10 minutes. I mean,
That's insane.
That's a lot of rainfall, no matter where you are or what like your geographical setup is.
Right.
There's nothing that can handle that much water in a short amount of time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what else is going on in the news besides the rain and flooding?
Well, so also there was the tornado warning that came along with that storm.
Yes.
That was kind of what set up the whole thing. So last week there were the confirmed tornadoes in western New York, and then there was the tornado warning, which then led to the flooding, and that was really the dominant story on Sunday and right into Monday. But some of the other interesting things, Moravia teacher Justin Vossler, I hope I'm pronouncing that name correctly, he has a 4-game win streak on Jeopardy going right now.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. He's won $20,300, and that's even with an incorrect answer on last night's Final Jeopardy. That's kind of been the nightly check-in to see if he made it to the next day.
Yeah, he's still alive.
Yeah.
Nice.
There was a sad story out of Paradise Speedway where an Oswego man is recovering now from third-degree burns over 60% of his body after a fuel line issue led to a serious fire inside his stock car. He was pulled to safety, but obviously not before suffering the serious burns. Kind of sounds like it was a fluke thing. Could have almost happened to anyone running any of those cars.
Well, these cars aren't put together like your consumer car. Right. So basically a fuel line came unattached. Fuel was pumped out onto the floor of the vehicle, and it stalled out. And when he tried to restart the engine, it ignited.
Yeah.
And it's not. Also, you're strapped in there pretty good, so
right.
bystanders pulled him out.
Right.
Mercy flight flew him to Rochester, where he's recovering, but burns over 60% of his body.
Oh.
And they were saying, you could hear the screams from the
over the scanner. Yeah, you could. It was a really. It sounded like a really hectic scene.
Yeah.
Also, we had a 2-part story over the last 5 days following some election objections here in Seneca County. Both parties have since responded. Bob Shipley, Seneca County Supervisor, Lisa Hochedel, Waterloo running for one of the 2 at-large seats. A little bit of a debate there. Pretty interesting. 2 really interesting stories.
The Seneca County Board of Elections, though, said the petitions were fine, correct?
They made no ruling. So
okay.
they took it was beyond their scope of being able to make a ruling, so basically they just made no ruling.
The petition process to get on ballots is such a pain in the neck.
It's really complicated,
yeah,
and a lot of people don't understand that. It's not that easy, and the people who get on multiple party lines have to really go through an extensive process to get on those extra lines, and you have to have multiple witnesses, and it's a very challenging process. And, of course, we have the latest information and reaction. Following the conclusion of the Craig Rideout murder trial, guilty verdicts were handed down to 3 of the 4 facing second-degree murder charges. Rideout's body was the one discovered last summer in Jerusalem, in Yates County.
Mm-hmm.
And, of course, those were probably the 4 biggest headlines, but there's plenty more on FingerLakes1.com.
Yeah, there's tons of news this week. It's been a real busy week around here on the news front. So
Crazy. Okay, well, thanks for sharing. And let's take a look at what we have going on in the Finger Lakes this weekend, shall we? The 39th Annual Antique and Classic Boat Show returns all weekend in Skaneateles with 90 boats and motors on display in the water and on land. Highlights include concerts, a boat parade at 3 p.m., Saturday photo shoot at 10 a.m., Sunday aboard the Judge Ben Wiles children's activities, demos, shopping, raffles, and more. Free admission and more information at skaneateles.com.
That's one of the best boat shows you'll see. And it's a great setting there in downtown Skaneateles.
Yes.
So very, very, very popular event and nice way to spend the day on Saturday or Sunday.
Yeah. The Canandaigua Lakefront Art Show is the continuation of a long-standing tradition at Kershaw Park on Canandaigua Lake, which we love going there. It's such a nice spot right there. The lakefront is lined with artists representing works in all different mediums. This free event is a great way to spend time with family while appreciating the talents of dozens of artists on Saturday and Sunday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., so both days.
It's a nice thing because there's no overhead or... You know,
yes.
If you want to go, you just go and walk around and you see some art.
Mm-hmm.
So a nice thing to do there is grab a little lunch, take a little walk.
Yeah.
It's a nice way to spend the day, too. And again, the weather's going to be great this weekend. So perfect for something like either one of those events.
Absolutely. And speaking of good weather for good events, there is a treasure hunt in upstate New York. Well, what they say, what's the quote? One man's junk is another man's treasure, right?
That's
So
That's right.
as the Route 90 garage sale returns to Cayuga and Tompkins counties, it started in 1988 and is previously known as the Finger Lakes 50-mile garage sale. The sale route runs from Montezuma to Homer and features up to 500 individual sales.
It's a spectacle.
That's a lot.
It's intense.
You can't
Oh, yeah.
you can't hit them all up, but
No.
it's just, you ride along Route 90 and
Even just to see it, just to kind of like, even if you just drive up 5 and 20 and cross 90, you get a kind of a sense of how much.
Wow.
It's pretty intense.
Awesome. Well, that'll be a busy trip for people traveling, I guess. Also, this weekend, you could take a moonlight stroll through the gardens at Sonnenberg, or take in Lucky Stiff, which is a musical murder mystery at Bristol Valley Theater in Naples, or check out the Sim Redmond Band on the deck at Buttonwood Winery in Romulus on Friday. Or if you'd like to get your pup out and about, bring your dog to Finger Lakes Distilling on Route 414 in Burdett for their Dog Days of Summer on Saturday.
Ha.
I won't be bringing my pup. He's not very friendly.
yeah, those are all good options for a great weekend here. I also want to make note that there's a great event coming up in October. It's the Black Tie and Gown Masquerade Gala. It's being held at Bottomless Brewery in Geneva on Saturday, October 28th. At 8 p.m. Now, the reason I'm bringing that up because tickets are now on sale for this. It usually fills up. It's to benefit Seneca Housing and help them build veterans housing. And it's tons of food, tons of drink all night. Just got to get your tickets. So call 315-568-2200 if you'd like to get your tickets now, since they just went on sale. They send invitations out to those that have been in the past, but you'll want to grab your tickets. So that's 315-568-2200, 2200, and support great cause for Seneca Housing and a fun event coming up in October. So I'm a little ahead of the game there, but want to make sure that folks don't miss out on those tickets.
Black Tie and Gown Masquerade Gala. Sounds fun. And Bottomless Brewing is such a gorgeous venue. If you haven't been there, you got to stop over. All right, well, let's take a look at our top local photos. The first one is going way back 2 Saturdays ago on July 15th, as Peppermint Days and Lions put on a magnificent display of fireworks captured in this photo by Patrick J. Costello.
That's impressive.
That is a great shot of fireworks.
That's impressive.
It's amazing how they got the words on this in the sky too.
And next,
just one thought on that.
yes,
I don't mind when these folks, obviously they take a lot of time and effort to send us these great photos. You can do whatever you want with your photos, but I always say keep the branding aspect way down in the corner off to the side, because I think it does take away a little bit from the photos,
the image.
And really people are going to look at that image, they're going to say, wow, that's a great image, and they will notice the branding down in the corner. They won't overlook it, so you don't need to splatter it across there, but that's definitely a good one by Pat.
Yeah,
It's a great picture.
Next up, a couple of sunrise photos. The first from Nancy L. Wright, who captured the early morning sun rising over this farmland in the town of Benton in Yates County.
Fantastic.
Well,
That's
Nancy.
beautiful.
That's great.
I love that.
It is great.
And the sunrise early Friday morning over the east horizon of the town of Seneca Falls in this photo by Mark Ballesteri.
Yeah, that's a drone photo.
Wow.
Obviously, right?
Yep.
But that's awesome. You don't see
No.
your town like in Seneca Falls like that, and what you're really seeing, that sun's coming up on the other side of Cayuga Lake, which so you can see beyond the town limits. Then you got the north end of the lake, and then you're looking over there at the village of Cayuga. Probably the village of Cayuga is about where that sun's rising up over. So this one's awesome. I really got a kick out of that one when that one came over.
Yeah, that's a super cool shot. Love that. We haven't seen a ton of sun lately, but at least these lilies are displaying the color of sunshine in this shot from Seneca County by Rachel Burkholder. Yes.
Flowers are loving the rain.
Yep.
Yep.
On Monday, shortly after the heavy rain passed through Geneva and the skies cleared, this boat appeared on the north end of Seneca Lake. It's beautiful. I don't have the name for who took this photo though.
Do you remember, Josh?
I can't remember off the top of my head.
Well, you go ahead and move right along, and I will
figure it out.
Yeah.
Okay. Another here from Rachel Burkholder. These cows seemed to be busy munching grass, but took time to pose for a few pictures. These were seen along Route 96 near Romulus on Monday.
Ann Comiskey right there took that one.
That's right.
Thank you, Ann.
And this one's Rachel. And cows are funny, huh?
They are. Oh my god.
I wonder how many pictures she had to take to actually get them. Because the timing of that. I mean, it's like every single cow there is staring at her.
I know. Oh
Maybe
my
she
gosh.
yelled to them or something.
What do you yell? Hey, cows?
Say cheese.
Hey, cows, look at me.
Say cheese. Oh my gosh. All right.
Got milk?
Got milk?
Yeah. Okay. These stars make an appearance after days of clouds and rain in the early morning hours of Wednesday at the south end of Canisius Lake. And this photo from Richard Engelbrecht.
That's
I'm not
cool.
sure if I said
A little
his name
bit.
right.
I think you did.
A tad outside of our typical region. But when I saw this picture, I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, that's
that's
beautiful.
spectacular.
It
is.
A good night photo.
You don't
It's
get
really
We
that
don't
hard
get a
to
lot of those.
And you don't get that kind of sky down in New York City.
No.
Or any metropolitan area where
Yeah.
there's so much light. You need to come up here to the country.
Right.
To the
With
country.
the cows.
Rural life with the cows.
In the trains.
And here comes
And the
the train.
trains.
All right. Finally, from Tim Fazenden. I never know if I say his name right either. I'm sorry. It was a brilliant sunset over Cayuga Lake, as seen from King Ferry after a cloudy, gloomy day on Tuesday.
Gorgeous sunsets. So we get treated to daily and nightly. Sunrises and sunsets daily and nightly here in the Finger Lakes, no doubt. So,
Yeah, absolutely.
That picture, that very last picture to me kind of almost had a winter vibe to it when I first saw it.
Really?
Yeah, I saw it and I
The
was like,
purple sky and-
that makes me feel like winter and snow and cold.
No,
and,
not yet.
Oh,
So
Yeah.
what's our favorite?
I'm stuck between two. Let's see. I'm always stuck between two.
I
Who
know
am
which one
kidding?
I'm taking already. Hands down.
Okay. I'll go with, I thought the sunrise by Mark Ballesteri was really cool,
Yeah.
overlooking the town of Seneca Falls.
Yep.
We don't see that often.
that was my number 2. My number 1 was Nancy Elwright's.
That was my number 2.
In Benton.
Yeah, that was a good one.
But-
I gotta go with Jessica
Yeah.
on this one though.
Yep.
Mark's got their photo, and it's I don't want to say it's cheating, but you certainly have an advantage when you can get the perspective
Right.
from up in the sky in the drone, because that is just a different look at the town of Seneca Falls than you see every day from the ground level.
Yeah, we don't get that perspective.
And to get it at
Very
sunrise
often.
with that mist and stuff, that's
Yeah.
And yeah, you even have the sun reflecting off a part of the canal on its way to Cayuga Lake there. It's good. I'm not talking about the canal to the right. I'm saying as it meanders down towards the sun
Yep.
into Cayuga Lake, you can see that
Yes.
reflection there
Yep.
out past probably just beyond the locks.
Yep.
So pretty awesome. And
Yeah.
So good job, Mark.
Yes. Beautiful job, everyone. If you'd like to share your local photos from across the region, click the link in the Submit Content section at the bottom right-hand side of our homepage here at fingerlakes1.com, or send them to Josh or Facebook or Instagram.
Anywhere.
Whatever way you want to.
If you attach our name to it, we'll find it. We'll get to
Punch
it one
down.
way or another.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Great. Well, what do we have going on right now in sports, Jim?
Well, you have the Yankees hosting Tampa Bay for 4 games, Thursday and Friday at 7:05, Saturday and Sunday at 1:05. They're coming back from a West Coast trip. And as they come back, the Mets head out west. They're at the Seattle Mariners Friday night at 10:10, and then Saturday and Sunday at 4:10 p.m. Eastern Time. And the Perfect Game Collegiate Baseball League's final weekend of the regular season is this weekend. Newark Pilots currently 14 games back in the West Division. Looks like their season will come to a close at the end of this weekend. They are at Onondaga Friday, home against Onondaga on Saturday at 7:05 at Colburn Park, and then the season finale is against Amsterdam Sunday at 7:05. So if you haven't had a chance to get out to Colburn Park and check out a ball game, Saturday or Sunday night would be your last opportunity this summer. Now the Geneva Red Wings are currently just 5 games back of Jamestown in the West, in second place at 26-18. So it does look like Geneva, with a strong finish to the season here, will make the playoffs. They are at Elmira Friday against the Pioneers, home versus Jamestown. First place Jamestown Saturday, and then home versus the Pioneers on Sunday at McDonough Park in Geneva. So we'll see who they might be facing once the Perfect Game Collegiate Baseball League playoffs start next week. Buffalo Bills training camp kicks off at St. John Fisher College on Thursday night. Practice is scheduled on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So you can head out, and we have an article on our sports page and on the Buffalo Bills page at Finger Lakes One with information on tickets and the whole training camp deal there. And Boeheim's Army, that's a group of Syracuse alumni basketball players that are competing in the basketball tournament, which carries a $2 million prize.
Wow.
They've advanced to the semifinals where they'll be taking on Overseas Elite. They're the 2-time defending the basketball tournament champs. That semifinal game is set for Tuesday, August 1st. So kind of the big news earlier this week, the Boeheim's Army team was down 25 points and came back to win. So, and they are guys like James Sutherland and John Gillen and Brandon Trish and Eric Devendorf and Dante Green and CJ Fair all on this team. So it's kind of a...
That's really neat, though, that they have that.
Yeah, it's kind of a cool... And there was also an article at Noon's Magician that we linked up to at Finger Lakes One that suggested for the Syracuse Midnight Madness, which is what... Well, they call it Midnight Madness, but it's not at midnight. It's the first night of practice that college basketball teams are allowed to practice. A lot of colleges have these exhibitions or whatever. So there's a dunk contest, and there's usually a rapper or something comes and performs. But it was suggested that, hey, get Boeheim's Army in and scrimmage them against this year's Syracuse team.
What a riot.
And I think that would be good, especially since this Boeheim Army team has some exposure this summer.
Right.
They're known now to Syracuse fans.
Yeah.
But I think the Boeheim's Army team would beat the young guys pretty good because it's made
Really?
up.
It's an experience thing. They all have experience, and that's...
Some of them play in the NBA. These are like the best of the best Syracuse players over the past 5-6 years. Well, I shouldn't say that. The best of the best are actually in the NBA right now, not playing in the basketball tournament. So yeah, that's sports. We'll have all your results and all that good stuff all weekend on FingerLakes1.com. Just click on sports or tap the app. Tap sports.
Yes. Great.
Yep.
Great. Well, congratulations to you guys. Well, to all of Finger Lakes One for winning such an amazing award.
2017 Small Business of the Year.
Yeah, that is great. Congratulations. You must be very proud.
Yeah,
Jen.
It was nice. I don't get to think too much about like awards and stuff like that, but then when we actually got it, it really is a nice honor. We've been doing this for 18 years now.
Right.
And gone through quite a bit of change and growth, and so it's nice to get honored, and it was especially nice too to see all the folks reach out to me or to get people on our staff via phone or email or social media. It was nice. So it was great. And so thanks to the Seneca Chamber of Commerce and Executive Director Jeff Shipley and his staff and the Board of Directors headed up by Gene Pierce for giving us that award. Good stuff. We're going to hang it. We haven't hung it yet.
Yeah, you got to hang it in the new studio, new office.
Yep.
And then you had a really nice interview. You were interviewed.
Katie
for once.
McIntyre said, "Hey, I'll interview you guys. That'll be something different." So she did. That was fun too to be on the other side of things. So that was fun. And coming up soon, like we moved into this new office, and it's been nothing but construction, and even this studio is not even close to being complete. We've kind of been in temporary status for 2 months now. But there's been guys working in our main hallway today. They're actually started renovating the main bathroom. There's just been a lot of work going on in this building and in our wing of the third floor.
Yeah.
And when it's all complete, we're going to do a little office tour that maybe we can share on this particular show. And then for people that live in and around Seneca Falls, this building, the Academy Square building, is just an old building. It's a great building. And these guys, the new owners, Matt and John Parrott, are really committed to renovating like the entire thing. They kind of started up here with us.
Project.
So we could get in here. But they're doing just tons and tons of stuff. About 2 years of work they're going to be working here with the guys that they got on their staff working. So
huge commitment.
Yeah, it is.
So, but good stuff to see an old building get new life.
I even saw there's fresh. The parking lot was all redone,
sealed and painted. Yeah. It's been every day something new.
Parking spaces, so people when they park, they can park in the correct spots.
Yeah.
So they don't park half in one spot, half in another spot. That happens more than you would imagine. People have trouble spatially recognizing like where lines would in theory be.
Yeah, that's why we have the lines for sure. So, what are you going to do this weekend, Jessica?
Well, we have a birthday party to go to. I have a few makeup clients, and then we wanted to go to Seabreeze last week, and that didn't work. And I wanted to take the kids to a Red Wings game because
Geneva
we haven't
Red
gone.
Wings, right?
And we literally pulled up and there was thunder, but there wasn't rain. Well, it was just like a little mist, so we just kind of sat in the car, and I thought, I don't know. I have a feeling they're going to cancel it. So we waited about 5-10 minutes, and then we drove off. So we didn't end up going. I just wanted to get like a stadium dog and hang out and watch some baseball.
Well, Friday night they got the Elmira Pioneers at home, and then their regular season finale is... Or no, they're at Elmira on Friday. I'm sorry. Home against Jamestown Saturday. Home against Elmira on Sunday. So last chance in the regular season unless you want to catch a playoff game.
Yes. So we might do that. How about you guys?
This weekend's gonna have to be a relaxing weekend. I feel like on the weekends I've just been going.
Yes.
And I just need 2 solid days to just reset.
I have a graduation party Friday night. Saturday, I don't know what our plans are yet. I know I got some yard work I want to do. I know I'm going to play golf on early in the morning on Saturday and Sunday.
Might as well. The weather's going to be nice.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. Yard work, golf, graduation party, maybe a cookout somewhere.
There you go. So. Nice. And then you have my husband on your show tomorrow.
Yeah, so Chad is going to be on the podcast tomorrow. We're going to talk about all kinds of interesting things. Yeah. No pressure on him, but we're gonna talk about all sorts of interesting things. I'm looking forward to that.
And specifically, I love the FLX shirts, the I Heart FLX shirts that have been taking the region
Everyone's
by storm.
Seen them.
I see them everywhere. I go.
Everywhere.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So we'll get the story behind the story there tomorrow on Inside the FLX Live at 2, right?
2 o'clock, yes.
Okay.
Oh, okay. All right, good. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us. If you'd like to drop us a line, send an email to contact@fingerlakes1.com. If you enjoy the show, please click like, share, subscribe. We'll be back next Wednesday afternoon for another episode of FLX Weekly. Whatever your plans, we hope you get out and enjoy the rest of July here in the Finger Lakes.
Have a good weekend.